Hello, hello, hola, hola, hola a todos, amigos, amigas, bienvenidos. Welcome to the beautiful Barranco in Lima, Peru. It is such a pleasure to have your company today, to have you in this beautiful stroll we have dedicated to the history of the most romantic bridge of Lima, the Puente de los Suspiros of Barranco. Hello everyone, and thanks for joining today's event. We are going to begin our walking in just a short while. My name is Vanessa Vasquez. Hello, hi you all. Thank you so much for coming to Lima virtually today, for spending some time with me this beautiful morning. Maybe it is afternoon where you are, maybe it's evening time. So wherever you are in the world, I really hope you enjoy today's visit, today's tour. Hola, Catherine. Hola, hola, querida. Hello, thanks for coming. I really hope you enjoy these sunny, like vibes we have here. We are right next to the ocean. So it's going to be such a delight to show you Barranco's highlight, the Bridge of Sighs, and also talking about history. It's going to be a good opportunity to talk about the history of this district. So before we begin, let me tell you that here on YouTube, I have lots of different videos about my previous events, recorded events that I've done on another platform that I started to stream live with Heygo. This platform is no longer existing, but as a former Heygo guide, I feel it is a duty for me, and also the same happens with most of my colleagues, to continue sharing the world, sharing our world, our cities with you all around the world. So that's why we are moving into different platforms. We are a big community of guides. If you want to know my other colleagues, you can go later after the end of this tour to my front page on YouTube, and you're going to see the channels of all of my colleagues on YouTube if you want to follow them. So also you can see my previous event, my replays of live events here. I've done already 4, I think. So you can see them all if you were not able to be present, in the moment of the live events. I want you to have the chance of seeing them. Doesn't matter where you're in the world, because sometimes the time difference is complicated. So, it is going to be my absolute pleasure to show you Lima, even on replays. So let me say hi to all my friends that are coming today. Thank you so much for visiting me. Hola, Catherine. Hola, hola. Martín, thanks for coming. Hola, hola, querida. Gracias, gracias. Thanks for visiting me. Now I think this earlier time is also easier for some of our friends who are in different parts of the world. So I'm happy to see some familiar names today. Hola, Katy. ¿Cómo estás? Hello. Hola, Dayan. Thanks for coming, Dayan. Muchas gracias. And please make yourself comfortable. If you wish also to ask something, don't be shy. Please ask as many things you would like to know about this district. And I think it's going to begin, now the tour. So we are also in a zone that is very touristic now, but it is not really that famous yet. Hola, Poppy, thanks for coming. So let's make Barranco more popular, more famous. Huh? So if you can, please give me a thumbs up on the video if you are enjoying the video already, or if you're excited, for today's activity. Give me a thumbs up, please. That was going to be very, very helpful. And don't be, let's say, shy with your questions. We're going to walk along this section. We're going to have the chance of going to the Bridge of Sighs. We are seeing actually the Bridge of Sighs in the distance, but we are going to get much closer, and I want to tell you the history of the bridge, how it became such a, like a famous romantic spot for Limanians. And also, I want to show you, if it's possible, other sites related also with the Bridge of Sighs. The view is absolutely beautiful today. The sky is like beautiful blue, and also that is because it's a warm day. It's quite warm in this moment. So we are starting the tour at around 10 a.m. Lima, Peru time. See? By the way, we don't change time zones in winter or summer, so we are always GMT -5 in my country. And we should be in fall, in fall, in otoño, but it doesn't really look like fall. It looks more like a spring. So in the distance also we can see again the ocean. Look how pretty is the sky today, and these beautiful ceiba trees. This is ceiba. This is not sakura. The flowers are much bigger. They are pink and they are yellow in the center of the flower. Very, very pretty tree. And we see the ocean. We see the pathway to the beach. This is the pathway to the beach. The original, sort of like a starting point of the district is the pathway, because this zone was inhabited by indigenous people in the pre-Hispanic times. And we know there used to be different archaeological sites in the vicinity of this location. So this was not a complete empty zone before the coming of the conquistadors. Also, we know that at the end of this pathway to the ocean, you can see the ocean is over there. Let me do a little zoom. So, how beautiful. How is the image quality, amigos? Let me know if the image quality is good today. You know, sometimes internet is, you know, very strange. And sometimes I have very good connection in places where I shouldn't. So that's the pathway to the beach. We call it Bajada de Baños. Bajada in English means like a pathway down, right? And baños it referred to the sort of like the beach huts that we used to have down at the end of this pathway. Oh, Poppy, thanks for letting me know that. I'm so happy the image is great today, that the gods of the internet are helping me today with the live stream. So also another thing interesting, gracias Martin. Yes, it's a beautiful day indeed. Another thing that is very curious about this location, although we don't have any more of the, you know, any of this architecture, pre-Hispanic architecture, we know from different traditions of Lima, pre-Hispanic traditions of Lima, from the times when the Spanish came, that at the end of this pathway, we're going to give another look to the pathway from here, from above. At the end of the pathway, there used to be a big stone that was called Astovilca. So this stone, unfortunately, there are no drawings of that stone, not even like clear representations of how the stone used to be. They are just, you know, legends about it, or, you know, like literature, a little bit of literature from travelers who visited Lima in the colonial times. So that stone was a huaca, you know, a huaca. What is a huaca? A huaca could be a sacred temple or site. A huaca could be a person also in the pre-Hispanic times that was touched by the gods. Or a huaca could be an object with a peculiar shape, a strange, very original shape that was seen somehow like beautiful or interesting, you know, or touched by the gods, by the indigenous people, and they worship those huacas. So we had a natural stone there at the end of the pathway that was huge. It was a very, very big stone that now is gone. It was removed, unfortunately. But that was Astovilca. So I just noticed a question here. Is this a bike line directly to your left? Yes, yes, Kathy. Yes. Notice how pretty also, and how well designed and how wide. We used to have cars coming next to sort of like the bridge of size, which you're going to see in a moment. But well, before the pandemic, the mayor of those days of Barranco decided to do some modifications and to bring more tranquility into the touristic zone of the district, sort of like impulsing tourism, all kinds of different tourism, like also tourism on, like here, for example, bike tourism, or people just coming and walking into this zone without having to deal with cars. And in Lima, dealing with cars is another level because we have what I call macho driving. So not something really appealing for people who want to just have the opportunity of enjoying the scenery or just having a seat in the bench here, and enjoy the view of the Bajada de Baños, or the pathway to the beach of Barranco. So Barranco means cliff in English. We are above a cliff that looks towards the ocean. We are about 80 meters above sea level in this moment. It's almost very even, the whole cliff in Miraflores, in Barranco, in Chorrillos, the coastal districts, they are always at that elevation. And we are now getting into the central park of Barranco. So this is the historic center of Barranco. This is the casco histórico, we say in Spanish. Also is a zone that, because of its peculiarity in terms of architecture, because of its history, is considered heritage, not just for the district, also for Lima. So we can see, well, of course, a big truck, of course, why not, in front of us. But this is the entrance into the central park of Barranco. We are not going to stop for long in here because we have to go to the bridge of Sighs. But just to give you an idea that close to that bridge, we have the main church of the district, a church from the 1940s, the Church of the Holy Cross, or Miraculous Cross, the Cruz Milagrosa. We have also on this other side, let me turn a little bit on this direction also, we have the City Hall of Barranco, right? Which is not the original City Hall of Barranco. This district was established officially, conform in the year 1874. So it's a 19th century district, but before being a district was a beach resort for the high class of the Limanians, the aristocrats of Lima of that period of time. People who made money out of the guano, the exportation and the boom of guano. Guano is basically is the poop of seabirds. We have lots of seabirds in the coast of Peru that produce excellent quality of guano. And the reason why guano can be so beneficial and also so good in terms of exportation is because guano is still nowadays considered the best natural fertilizer that exists in the world. In Peru, we started with the exploitation of this product, exportation as well, because we exploited the product. We ran out of it very fast, by the way, in about 30, 40 years, but we sell it to Europe, right? So that was the time of the guano boom. So in the distance, you can see the City Hall of the district, the original one. So nowadays is the library. But that is where the City Hall used to be. We usually have lots of fairs and events on the weekend. Today is Friday. We say it's Friday and your body knows it. Es viernes y tu cuerpo lo sabe. And that is because, on Fridays, we are very active. We go out. We are people that really enjoy going out to do like all kinds of things. The climate helps a lot also. We never have very cold winters or extremely hot summers. So people are very, of going out in Lima. You will always see people out, lots of events out, always. So on the weekends, we always have fairs. Like, for example, here, I'm sure they are setting a fair. Look at this architecture here. So now we're going also back into the history of the Bridge of Sighs. In the distance, you can see the tram, the old tram of Barranco. We used to have trains and trams as the there's a preferred form of communication between downtown Lima and beaches like, for example, the one of Barranco or Chorrillos. So that was the tram that we used at the beginnings of the 20th century. This was the station. This section is where the train station and also tram station were located, not far away one from the other. So before the time when the trains became sort of like the option for moving in the city, people used to just do it the old way, of course, which was either walking or on horseback. I'm just wondering what these guys are doing. You know, Graceland. Graceland is what their shirts say. I have no idea what is Graceland. If you know, please let me know. They are running all, and they don't look like they are having, you know, like participating on the race. So, anyways, so we have. I'm just a curious person. So, downtown Lima, the trail to downtown Lima, is that one, right? So they used to come in the times of the beginnings of the 20th century, before the construction of the trains, for example, to the beach resorts of Chorrillos and Barranco in horseback, in caravans. It must have been so much fun to be in like a big group of people just departing from downtown Lima, you know, all ready for that long adventure that took one full day to come to Barranco, right, to the beach resort. So people came through here, right, on horseback, and they, you know, went to the different houses that were around. Later they came by train and then by tram. Okay, we are not using any more trains and trams. So sad, to be honest, very, very sad. And they stop here in this section behind me. So this is the section where, hola Ana, hello, thanks for coming, hola. This is where they stop by, or close, of course, where they stop by. They regroup, they organize. And the first thing they used to do, you know, Peruvians are still very Catholic. 80% of the population of Peru is Catholic, but then pretty much everybody was Catholic with a tiny little minority. I'm talking about the city, the big city, Lima. So the first thing these people did after a long trip and after arriving safe to their destination was going to the church. So we're going in direction to the church, okay? So when people started to come to this location, back in the time, it became a trend in the 19th century because this was the beach resort. But before the 19th century, in the 18th century, in the 1700s, this place was sort of like a pier in the imagination of people, you know, as a saint place, as a place related with devotion and sanctity because of a miracle. I'll tell you the miracle just in a little while. So let me say hi to the people that are joining. Thank you so much for coming today. Hola Maria, hola Karen, hola querida, hola Karen. Thanks for coming, thanks for joining. And also, if you were not able to make it in the beginning of the event, don't worry, because I'm going to be posting later the replay of this event, okay? So please stay with me, and later you're going to see the beginning of this event. Just give me a follow if you can. Also, if you can, please help me with a like. That would be super. You have a thumbs up here in the screen somewhere. That would be really, really good for positioning better this video when it becomes a replay. So this pretty lady you see here is one of the most famous Peruvian singers, composers. She is a fabulous representative of criollismo. Criollismo is it's a current that is artistic in general. It could be related with music, with dance, with also even culinary art. So this lady is Chabuca Granda. And Chabuca Granda used to live, when she was very young, in Barranco. So she has, in most of her compositions, musical compositions, lots of elements that she includes from Barranco, from her time in Barranco, from her time when Barranco was this, you know, like a aristocratic zone where just the creme de la creme, the rich of Lima, were able to access. And they had like fabulous houses, mini palaces in this location. Hola Marilu, don't worry, my dear. Don't worry, we haven't arrived yet to the bridge, okay? So don't worry. And you can see here a couple of things. So we had in this part of the city, we had a train, we had a tram, and we had an incline tram, or a funicular, I think you will call it, right? So it's gone. The funicular exists, to be like honest, but it is not anymore in use. So we don't have any more access to the funicular, but it would be super to have it reactivated. And here you can see something that is gone completely from this zone of Lima. These are the baños de Barranco. Do you remember I mentioned that the pathway under the bridge used to end at beach huts? So these are the beach huts that we used to have here in Barranco for, these were dressing rooms. This is where people used to change their clothes for the ones to swim or to immerse in the cold water. And these are the sort of like walkways into stairs that used to go down into the water. Sometimes the water used to reach much higher, so it depended on the time. Here you can see, for example, some of the walkways above the water, stairs going down into the water. People didn't really swim much back then. And we have the cliff of Barranco, right? So, and the beach almost touching the cliff. So we will continue walking here because this is the moment when the beauty happens. This is the moment when we will prepare to see the Bridge of Sighs, Puente de los Suspiros. So maybe you remember I was saying that we are sort of like in the footsteps of those travelers that came from downtown Lima after a long journey. Especially I like to imagine or remember the people who used to travel here in horseback originally, and after one full day of being under the sun, of excitement also to see this place, to be able to have a nice vacation stroll, about vacation time, they were able to arrive and they saw this bridge. So the bridge has its own history, right? And let me also take you back in time when the bridge was not yet here. We have, by the way, lots of young people, that are excited to come to see the bridge. Everybody wants to take a picture here, of course, for Instagram, because why not? Everybody does Instagram pictures. So while they are, taking the pictures and crossing, I would like to tell you a little bit of the history of the bridge. And before the bridge, what we had here, there was no way of connection between this end this side of the bridge, which is this side also of the walkway down the ocean. A walkway that used to be used by the fishermen, because we have also a market nowadays where we used to have the fishermen market, and the fishermen used to come from the ocean. So they used to walk up through here and sell the products for the wealthy people of Lima who came here. Of course, they didn't cook for themselves, right? Their maids cooked for them, so they used to have the freshest fish there. So when people came to this place, they came with the intention of going where? To the church, of course, which is over here, right? This is the Church of La Ermita. That's the way how we call it. Ermita Church. By the way, amigos, can you hear me well? Just give me, if you can, a thumbs up. I know that there is a delay on the chat of several seconds, but I think it still is really wonderful that we have the chance of communicating through the chat. So I would like to know that if you are able to hear me well. Okay, excellent, Laura. Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias. I just was wondering because we have lots of people chatting and talking around me, and I would like to know, of course, if you were able to hear me well. So, okay, I will continue. I will proceed also with the story. So people wanted to go to the church. The church over there has a story that is fascinating. Its story is connected with a miracle. This miracle happened in the 18th century, the 1700s, at the end of the 1700s. We don't know exactly when, so it is also in part a legend. So the story says that a group of fishermen got lost in the sea, right, over there. They got lost in the sea, no? Because Lima has a particularity, especially in winter. It is very humid. Lima is extremely humid, and so humid that sometimes it gets overcast, right? So we're going to move just a little bit over there because we have a group of people that is speaking in multiple languages and I cannot hear my own self. So we're going to just move a little while over here. And I'll give you another view of the bridge, even better, okay? So, well, these men who were lost on the sea, these fishermen, started to pray. They pray for salvation, they pray to our Madam Virgin Mary, they pray to God. They believe they will die. And after hours of being lost in the sea, and not knowing where to go, because remember, it was very misty. They didn't know where to go. Like if they were going this direction, maybe they were going more distant from the shore. So they saw a light in the distance. That's the legend, that's the story. So, well, the light conducted them into salvation, right? So they were very excited, very happy. And they were curious as well. They wanted to know from where this light that appeared above the cliff, like guided them into the coast. So the story says that they climbed up this pathway in direction to the light, and when they arrived to it, they saw in the location of the light a cross on fire. That's the story. They saw a cross on fire, a miraculous cross. Of course, they immediately believe it was a miracle. Well, that's the legend. Some other legend says that they saw an illuminated, a lit up cross. So anyways, they went immediately after to downtown Lima. They spread the news, and the church was created in the place of the miracle. So everybody wanted to come to the church of the cross, of the miraculous cross. But coming there implied that you had to go from here down, the stairs, down the pathway. By the way, this is a great restaurant, Tio Mario. And walk down, and then again walk up, because this is a big gap, and then after, finally going to the church. So it was complicated. So that's why the bridge became the best alternative to connect both ends and to make a more easier crossing into the church section if you were coming from the regular trail that connected downtown Lima and Barranco. So, another thing very important about the bridge, and you can see that there are lots of people here taking pictures, people who are having an Instagram moment. Most of them are tourists, but also we have some local group of people that is here having some of an activity. So this place is very popular among all of us, locals, visitors, people who are in love. They come to the Bridge of Sighs in particular. So the legend about the Bridge of Sighs is really pretty. It starts also with a story related with the 19th century, when this place was this upper class beach resort. So boys and girls were not allowed to have sort of like any type of relations, like being boyfriends or girlfriends, without the approval of their parents. So it was necessary that the parents approve every part of their lives, and most of the times marriages were discussed by parents, not by themselves. So in the summer days when they were here in Barranco, and many of them fell in love here in this district, we know that this bridge became the zone, the meeting zone, the secret meeting zone of those lovers. right? But remember, we are in the 19th century, so people cannot be together in the public. That was impossible. So that's why a way, an alternative way for the lovers in secret to meet was standing on the sides of the bridge. So you can see here, because one of the ends is not a super big bridge, by the way, and we have the other end over there. And what was the excuse for coming to this place? The excuse was coming to the church or going to the church. So everybody, of course, had to go to the church. So it was really, an acceptable excuse. But people that used to be in this zone, I mean, the lovers, or the secret lovers, the boys were on the side over there, like girls on the other side, or vice versa, for example, and always accompanied with friends. They were staring at each other, looking at each other, and well, when they had the chance of seeing the eyes of the one they love, they sigh. And also the boys on the other side, right? So they sigh for love. These love sighs also were perceived by the people who were walking in direction to the church. So they started to call the bridge of sighs, Puente de los Suspiros. This also became the origin of a tradition that many people do nowadays. Still nowadays, we try to keep this tradition alive. When we come to the bridge, for the first time, especially if we are in love, if we are with someone we love, or we have, a love wish, so we come to the bridge to cross the bridge, right? But we have to hold your breath in, as remembering also those secret romances here of people who wanted to be together but they couldn't, right? So, and they were exhaling, with that love, big love in their heart. So we walk the bridge, holding our breath in, all the way from beginning to end of the bridge, and we exhale at the end, right? So if you are with someone you love, oh look, they are doing it. They are crossing, holding their breath in. So this is the tradition. You can do it alone, you can do it in couples. So I think it would be super fun if we can do it together. So who wants to cross the bridge with me, holding your breath? So we're going to do it together. Please give me a thumbs up if you're going to do it. Give me an emotion, a reaction, anything, so I know we're going to be able to do it together. So we're going to the other side, okay? So please prepare and think on a wish you would like to do, like a wish or a way, like something you would like to achieve, something related with love. It would be even better. So we're going to cross together, and I'll count, okay? I'm going to count, don't worry. So let's count together. Muy bien, gracias Abdul, excellent. Let's do it, Kathy, let's do it. Pariana, Mary Lou, Poppy, Karen, Martin, woohoo! So 3, 2, and 1. Woohoo! Bravo, bravo! We made it, we made it. We were able to cross the bridge, and I really wish your dreams come true and all your wishes, related with love, life, happiness, romance come true. So we made it. In the beginning, when I became a tour guide over 16 years ago, that bridge was like piece of cake. I think with the years, it started to, grow maybe. It's getting longer. So this is the Bridge of Sighs. And we were able to walk the beautiful Bridge of Sighs. We were able to learn the history of the bridge. It is the most romantic bridge of Lima. I know there is another very famous, definitely more famous bridge in the world, which is in Venice. the Bridge of Sighs of Venice, which usually is considered, like a completely different type of destination, more sad. This is a bridge of love. Oh, gracias. Thanks for the compliment, Marilu. Gracias. I'm so happy you noticed that. I just cut my hair, so I hope it looks good. So it's a pleasure to be with you today. Thank you so much for coming. If you wish to support and contribute to this channel, to donate, to help me to continue doing these events, you have here in the chat pin two links. One of them is to PayPal and the other one is to Patreon. These are the only systems that are working here in Peru for this type of support. Any amount is highly, highly appreciated and welcome. Thank you so much for your support. Also, the same links are in the description of this event. And of course, as a way to say thanks for your support, for your love, I am always giving presents. I get your emails when you support my channel, so as a way to return your love, I am always giving you like a PDF or something interesting. In today's occasion, if you support me today, I'm going to give you a link with the history of this beautiful park. I have written a little resume of the history of this place, of this bridge. Oh, look at this couple. Oh my God, they are bride and groom. Oh, that's so pretty. I remember when I got married. Emotional. So a little bit more of information about this bridge. If you want to just continue doing your researches, your information, like you can learn so much about Lima with this little, they are just one page long, but it's the history of this place, and well, this can help you also to understand a little bit better this part. And eventually, well, I'm going to be doing a guidebook of Lima, so you're going, of course, to get access to that guidebook. Thank you so much, amigos. Muchas gracias. Thanks for your support. And also, for my friends who are supporting, I am hosting events for practicing Spanish. This is Spanish for beginners, 2 times a month. So today I have one. I have sent it already to all my friends that have supported in previous events. Also a solicited if they want to join. So if you want to join, please send me a message, okay? Because I have sent messages, but maybe they are going to spam. I am not getting any answers back. So if someone wants to join to my Spanish class, if you were able to support and donate, please send me a message. So these are special classes for practicing Spanish. Thank you so much. I hope to see you in my other events. Please check my calendar, which is here in the description, about my upcoming events. They're going to be super fun. Some of them are going to be from home, and they are lectures, sort of. Also follow my friends on our Facebook. We have, well, I support 2 Facebooks. One is the global Facebook of our colleagues around the world, former Hego guides, and also there is another one that I support that is Guides of South America. The links to both Facebook groups are in my community section here on YouTube. Okay, so thank you so much. Have a lovely weekend. Today is Friday, so enjoy your Friday. Have a lovely weekend, and I'm sending you lots of love from Lima, Peru. Muchas gracias. Let me say hi to all the people that are commenting. I hope the chat was not a trouble today. I see that the internet was good during the tour, so I'm so happy for that. Thank you, Marilu. Thank you, Patty. Thank you, Karen, Anna, Laura. Thank you so much for coming. Maria, thank you, dear. Thank you, Mari. So see you soon. Take care. Best to you all. Don't forget to give me a like if you can, and share this event later with your friends. See you soon. Bye-bye. Ciao, ciao, amigos. Ciao.